Hey guys, Shadow here, and welcome back to Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. So we are currently at the other station, which I forgot the name of. That Burlington Station. And
Railway post bags.
I see this is not there, the waiting hall.
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
Married. Rough skin. Work clothes. Cheap ticket.
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared. But I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, because their type don't need a ticket.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Goodbye, sir.
So I'm guessing they didn't get pushed off the train because it was a robbery, maybe. Oh, look, Mr. Robinson.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Flomes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for idle chit-chat at the moment.
Rude much? The hat. Can't read what the rest of it says. Expensive something heavy gold ring. No expensive clothes. And crocodile skin.
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
I presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device. It is capable of producing electricity. I'm a businessman and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention, but I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazes Company. I had made an appointment with them. Now they are lost, along with the train and my prototype.
What do you know about the Barcazes Company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
Interesting. So maybe they weren't actually wealthy.
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in. And yet, I was selling it for almost nothing. I am a humanitarian, you see. I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster. I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damn train.
Mr. Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you traveling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
The ticket inspector forced all the passengers from the train except for the directors of the Barcazes Chilean company.
And he was tricked into getting off the train. Chilean stay on the train was just a coincidence. The train conductor overlooked them. No way. Directors of the Chilean Bacaza company were intentionally left on the train. The controller removed all passengers from... Right. It's exactly what I was thinking. That doesn't make any sense. Where the hell's the... He was just standing there.
The insurance policy for Robinson's machine. A significant sum.
Insurance organization by Thomas L. Robinson for his prototype called the Autonomous Electricity Generator. This policy particularly covers the loss of the prototype up to 50% of its value. Maximum cover amount £15,000. Insurance duration 1 year, renewable. Interesting. Someone I still haven't met yet. It seems like I should have met him before him.
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions.
First this. Say something about ink. Young age. Clean clothes. Instructions. Ink smudges.
Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with 2 furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand. Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did. And I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say? How long have you been working here?
I have worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
Instruction. Oh. Just finished his studies. So he's a rookie.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
Ah, that is... Well, I'll tell you everything. First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
Chesterfield. Halfway. What the hell? That does not look jumbled. It looks like it's... Wait a minute. Where's the... Well... I did find out what the special wagon was carrying, though. Guess I'll go... Wait a minute, I clicked that, I thought. So maybe the telegraph was used by the people that took over the train.
How could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir. Wake up. Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please, sir.
Huh? What? The 18-hour 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions.
Married. Clean clothes. Alcohol flask and fishing line.
Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No, nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very busy.
You don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here. Now you have to send a telegram each time a train arrives and departs.
The station master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
I'm drinking. He was very drunk yesterday. Binge drinking?
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not be long before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted.
So now I have to investigate the station. That seems untrustworthy. Train passed through Chesterfield Station despite being unsure if the station master sent the report. Could have sent the report without witnessing the train. That makes sense. Wait, what? Solve the mystery of the vanished train. Find out the special wagon was carrying. Chesterfield Railway should be carefully examined.
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not.
Wait.
A telegraph.
Look out, Watson. Damn it, Watson.
A fishing advertisement.
This bin is full of empty bottles.
Wonder where they came from. Could possibly come from the station master.
There is no sense in asking the station master to open it. We shall have to pick the lock.
This is... what the hell? Well, that was nice and simple.
These tools were used quite recently. They are still muddy. We should ask about them. Bags were recently dragged here. French wine. A remarkable vintage.
They don't look to be
These
open.
bottles are too expensive for a station master's wage. They were likely taken from the parcels.
Shameful.
Does that mean the station master took them?
Railway post bags.
There's too many tools, though, for it to be this, just the station master. Warehouse. Let's see what's in here.
A handcar wheelbase. Interesting. It appears that elements of the same construction were scattered everywhere.
What now?
Watson, please tell me, do you believe in magic?
Of course not, Holmes.
Then you are of the opinion that a train cannot simply disappear.
Well, we both know that that is obvious. Why are you asking such peculiar questions?
A little patience, Watson. You will understand my point quite soon. So, are you quite certain that you saw the train at Evesham Station?
Yes, of course. We saw it coming. The headlights. And heard the whistle.
But that is it. We didn't see the train itself.
But... Oh, Holmes, I'm a little confused.
I was right. The train was never there. It was the handcar. They used the handcar, had a whistle, and had a light on the front of it, and then took out the light and stopped blowing the whistle, and it made it look like it just disappeared. Fake train experiment. The dismantled handcar seems directly connected to our mystery. Reconstructed the hand start. See if it can imitate the vanished train. Dismantled handcar seems to be directly connected to our mystery. Let's reconstruct the handcar to see if it can imitate the vanished train.
I should use the appropriate object here.
Brakes joint. What? Small gear. Small gear housing. Mechanism. Brakes joint.
I should use the appropriate...
Brakes. Duh.
So, now here we have the fake train that we saw approaching Evesham Station last night.
Doesn't look much like a train to me.
Be patient, Watson. I haven't finished yet. Try using your imagination. Our train requires only a headlight and a steam whistle.
So we need to find a steam whistle and a headlight. Okay then. Headlight with dynamo mech. So, okay then. This is nice and simple. I need something to run the steam whistle, probably. Long pole. Fire extinguisher. That makes sense.
The long pole is now attached. It will allow us to connect the headlight. The headlight is attached. The steam whistle is now connected.
Holmes, what can we do to make the steam whistle work?
It is elementary, my dear Watson. We shall need a fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher. Now let us see what we have here. The steam whistle is ready to be used.
Interesting.
Watson, I do believe that we have created an exact replica of the train that vanished in front of us last night. The criminal mind can be most inventive. I am somewhat in awe.
So such a thing is possible. If someone went to all the trouble of creating this fake train, then it was surely with the intention of stealing the real one.
Ah, Watson, you should not jump to conclusions. In fact, this does not tell us very much at all, except that the train did not evaporate into thin air.
Although you half suspected it.
At any rate, we now need to find where the real train might be hidden. I suggest we use my archives to find a more detailed map of our surroundings.
Well, I hope that justifies our having to load your massive archive suitcase onto the cab. It made us extremely unpopular with our driver.
Okay. Vanished earlier. The train never reached Evesham. It disappeared earlier and was faked by someone using a handcar and spare train parts. There's signs of activity around this station. Still 2 people I haven't found yet. Already been in here.
You have quite a number of dirty tools lying around here.
Ah, yes. Well, thank you for reminding me. I should clean them. Although, it might be easier to put them outside. Seems it might start raining soon.
I meant, what were they used for?
Some workers come here and borrowed them from me. They wanted to lift the edge of the railway to one of the stations on the line, so that the water wouldn't come in too close.
Who were these workers?
Well, they didn't seem to be from the company, but they was fine lads. They invited me to share a drink. And whatever it was, it had a kick to it. They wasn't English. No, I don't believe so. But see, they knew just what a man needed to brighten up his dull evening.
So I was right. They weren't English. These people that worked for that company, or that owned, I'm doing quotes with my fingers, but you can't see it. The people that owned that company that seemed wealthy, they weren't English. They weren't chased off the train.
Now we have 2 maps. We must combine them properly. Here it is. There is a side branch to the railway. Its first switch is located between Bridlington and Chesterfield stations. There is one more station to be visited. It is located between Chesterfield and Evesham, and there should be a side railway to the nearby quarry. There is a small section of a railway at the end of Evesham station.
See, find out. Examine the side rail with branch of the ends of the railway switch. Examine the side railway. So we'll go to this one first. I'm pretty sure I know where it's at, but actually, I think I just went to the one I didn't want to go to. Yeah, I did. This is the one that I didn't want to go to first. God damn it. We'll go here first. Crime and punishment. Alright then. An awesome amount of time. So we'll get into this station in the next episode. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So until then, see you later.